What's up, everyone? This is Matt from the Streetlight Christian Project. Earlier today we did a prayer booth at Mount Trashmore in Virginia Beach, and it was actually a really good experience. We talked to a lot of different people. We got to pray for people. We did a couple Why Come to Jesus testimonials. We got to ask a couple questions from our project questionnaire to kind of spark people's thoughts about God. And it was, so overall it was fun. But talking to one person really inspired me to make this video right here. So I ended up talking to one young lady, and she was actually answering one of the questions from our project questionnaire, and the question that I was asking her went something along the lines of, the Bible has been around for thousands of years and provides many qualities, positive qualities for living. Why do you think so many people choose not to apply its teachings to their life? And she said, well, that's a hard question for me because I don't apply them to my life. So going through the conversation, we talked a little bit. She ended up finally admitting or confessing, and she said, I consider myself an atheist. So the conversation, and like I said, you can actually check out the link. I'm going to post it right up here. So click on that video if you want to see the video of the prayer booth. But and you can see the conversation that I had with her there. But she ended up basically saying that she does not believe in a God, and there was only so much, and you'll see if you watch the video, there was only so much that I could say. Now I could have spent an hour with her, talking to her about certain things, certain viewpoints that maybe she's not considering. But she was in a rush. She was walking on the trail at Mount Trashmore. Her husband or boyfriend or whatever was waiting for her. So I was really trying to keep it project focused and centered. But the thing that I want to point out in this video is that there are a lot of people actually who do not believe in God. And as a Christian, you want them to come to the light. Obviously, you want them to see God as an alternative for living, and actually as a sole source, as a primary source for living. You want them to consider God, but it's just not going to happen right in front of you for every person. The thing is that, and a couple of things that she said led me to come to this conclusion, because she said that she had actually been studying the Bible and praying for 2 years and never felt anything, never saw any change. And I thought about that, and that really stumped me, because I was like, how could anybody apply the teachings of God to their life and not see change? But then again, I think about it, she never said I applied them to my life. She never admitted that I actually, or said it out of her mouth, I applied them and did everything they told me to do for 2 years. She said I read for 2 years, and she said, I used to pray and tried all sorts of different things. So, all in all, and if you are currently an atheist right now, or you're somebody who's tried, seeking God in the Bible, and the thing is, this is the big picture. See, the Bible says without faith it's impossible to please God. And the big reason behind that is that if you do not believe that God is God and that He truly exists and that He is who He is, then none of this stuff is going to work. Like, none of it is going to manifest change in your life, because you don't truly believe He is who He is. You don't truly, and if you don't believe that God is truly God, creator of heaven and earth, the one who literally has the final say in where your soul goes when you die, the one who controls all things. If you don't believe that that's who He is, then in your heart and in your mind, He doesn't have the authority that He has. He doesn't have the power to change situations, to change people. He doesn't have the authority to change your heart. You've got to believe Him. This word has trained us, to see it before you believe it. And a lot of people say that, I've got to see it to believe it. God is completely the opposite. You've got to believe it in order to truly see it. If you want to see the works of God come into play, you've got to decide and make the conscious decision that Jesus Christ is Lord, you gotta realize, you gotta make that decision that God is truly who He say He is. God is God, and He is God all by Himself. He is Almighty God. When you believe that, then you open up the doors for Him to do things. Let me take that back. Because you don't open up the doors for Him to do things, because He's constantly doing things that you can see Him in. But if you don't believe He is who He is, then you won't be looking for Him in the things that He's doing, or you just won't see Him because you don't believe in Him. You don't believe that He can do some of the things that He's doing. So we lead to things like luck and coincidence, and all in all, it's really God moving in your life. So, but she said, I didn't feel anything. I was like, well, what are you looking for? Like a feeling, like an energy drink or something like that? And she was like, no, I just didn't feel it. It just didn't. Nothing clicked. And so I want to leave you with this: if you're saying you're a believer and you're not seeing anything change in your life, then you really gotta reevaluate where your heart is in this thing. If you really do believe God is God, if there's unbelief in your heart, then you're gonna have a hard time seeing God for who He really is. You're gonna have a hard time seeing the change take place in your life. You've got to believe. You really, I can't stress that enough. You have got to believe that God is God. And when you do that, when you let go, when you get rid of all the doubts that you have about God, when you just kind of let them fall off and you latch on, when you truly latch on to the concept of God, when you truly latch on to the reality of God, and allow your heart and your mind to sink into that and to marinate into that and to be embraced by that, then you'll see the change. But until then, you're just gonna keep looking. Out. I want to throw this out there and make this very clear. We are a young adult group dedicated to young adults and the unity of young adults, for community outreach, for fellowship, for evangelism, motivational speaking, community events. We do a lot of stuff, but it's all about uniting the younger generation of Christians and the young adult generation, period. So we need your support. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Show your support and subscribe to the channel. And be a part of the Streetlight Christian Project by sharing our videos on Facebook, send them in emails, share them on Twitter. Please help us get our message out there. Along with that, I want to encourage you to like us on Facebook. The link is right here. Right there. Check us out on Facebook. And like us. Okay? That's how we keep you guys posted. Give you updates on what we're doing. Keep you motivated to live better lives, to be better Christians, to stay united. So please show some support. We really need the support, and we appreciate every subscriber we have. We appreciate everybody who's ever supported the Streetlight Christian Project, past, present, and we also appreciate those that will like us and subscribe to the channels and be there with us in the future. So we thank God for you.